So I've done a couple videos showing you guys how I set up my different phones and the apps that I use on there, but I have never done that for a laptop, so here's what's on my MacBook. So I have all of my favorite apps down here, starting with Tweetbot for Twitter. I feel like Twitter is pretty good on iPhone, but on Mac, not so much. That's why I've been using Tweetbot. And I feel like Tweetbot is just more organized than regular Twitter. Like, you don't have the in case you missed it post popping up. And also, like, when somebody likes something from 2 hours ago, it goes all the way to the top. A bunch of ads too. Don't want to deal with that. So Tweetbot, I think, is the way to go. And another thing that's cool about Tweetbot is how it syncs with iCloud. So if you're using it on your iPhone and you're like scrolling through your feed, reading whatever, when you go and open it in your Mac, it's gonna pick up exactly where you left off on your iPhone, which is pretty amazing. And I feel like it just makes me use Twitter more. Up next, I have Safari and Chrome, and I have both of them there because I like to bounce back and forth between them, but I mostly use Google Chrome because it's what I've been used to my whole life. Like, ever since I had my first PC, I've been using Chrome, so that's what I use. And I also there's little things I like about it. Like, I like adding the bookmarks at the top without text because it's just like a row of logos at the top, and it's just like easier to recognize everything and neater too. Another thing that goes hand in hand with Chrome is actually not on my dock, it's running behind the scenes. It's actually right over here. Better Snap tool is amazing to have. Because let's say you open a Chrome window and this is like this weird shape. You want to make it full screen. Now if we make it full screen with this button, everything disappears. You don't see your dock anymore. So with Better Snap Tool, all you got to do is push this window to the top and you still have your top bar, you still have your dock there. Beautiful. And you can also push this window to the side. So it's like preset like that. Push it to this side, the corners too. And you might notice these little boxes that pop up when I'm dragging around this window. I actually made those for different activities, so I could just drag this box into here and it goes into that shape. Drag this one over here, it'll go into that. And it's very easy to make these too. And you can see I kind of have mine set up so I can browse the web and do FaceTime at the same time, which I do a lot. Let's test this out right now. Hi, Gabby. So Gabby, I'm gonna show everybody how I FaceTime you with Better Snap Tool. I'm gonna put you in this little box over here so you can be right there. And I'm gonna put my web browser over here. So now I'm looking at Forever 21 while I'm talking to my sister. 10% off, let's do it. Oh, let's talk about this little extension I have up here in Chrome called Dashlane that actually comes from the Dashlane app that I installed. They work perfectly together, and big thanks to Dashlane for sponsoring this video, but Dashlane seriously is such a lifesaver for me, especially because I have all these bookmarks up here. A lot of these websites are things I have to log into. So Dashlane, it stores all my passwords, all my login information, all my credentials, all in one place, like securely too. So it's easily accessible when I go into each website. So for example, let's say I just want to go into Instagram right now. Okay, I want to log in. And you can see there's already a little Dashlane icon in the username and password box. I can literally just click that and it already knows, like, log in as my username. And it logs you in automatically. Like, it's so simple and easy. Every time I visit a new website and log in, it automatically learns my password and information. So if I go into Dashlane app, you can see, like, every time I visit a new website, it stores them all nicely in here, and it's secure too. Like, for me to be able to see the password on here, I have to log in with my master password on Dashlane, so it's not like anybody could just go into your Dashlane account and, like, know all your passwords. And even further, like, it's encrypted in Dashlane. Another thing that's so cool about Dashlane is that it generates, like, crazy long, ridiculous passwords if you want to. So, and I know a lot of people that log into, like, 100 different websites, but how are they gonna remember those 100 different passwords? Chances are that the passwords that they're using are really not that different. So with Dashlane, it's good because you can generate a crazy long password and you don't even have to remember it because it remembers it for you. So you can get Dashlane for free with the link in the description below, and that comes with 1 month of free Dashlane premium service. But if you want to go all out and just get the premium service, you can use the coupon code for 10% off. And I also have Spotify down here, and I love my Spotify. I'm still using it even after Apple Music came out. Apple Music was really glitchy in the beginning, and it just, like, I would click a song and it wouldn't play. And that's kind of annoying when you're running and you're listening to music. So after that happened, I just kind of had a sour taste for Apple Music. Even though it looks beautiful, I went to Spotify. And right next to Spotify, we have good old Final Cut. probably the #1 reason I'm using a MacBook in the first place. This video that you're watching right now, edited right here. Right next to Final Cut, I have Compressor to make the video files smaller when I'm uploading to YouTube, and Photoshop. I mean, Photoshop is Photoshop. I make my thumbnails in there. Sometimes I'll edit my Instagram photos if I feel like going all out. Yeah, right next to that, I have Photos. And I was using Google Photos for the longest time, but I switched over to Photos. Well, I'm starting to at least, because it just backs up faster, and also I like how it backs up live photos. If I go into a photo, I like the way you can edit photos on Photos. There's seriously a lot that you can do to edit a photo here. Like, you have all the basic stuff like highlights, shadows, but I also enabled like histogram. There's also white balance I enabled, and even levels to go even further with the highlights and shadows and mids. And I also have all the way up here, you see I have the temperature there. I downloaded WeatherBug from the App Store, which is nice to have. It's nice to know the weather outside. If you click it, you get even more weather information. So that's cool to have. Also, let's just appreciate how clean my desktop is right now. Nothing on there. Just for you guys. It's usually not like that. So that's what's on my MacBook. Comment below and let me know what cool and unique things you guys put on your MacBook. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.